All right, here we go. We got the October box here. We got to get this thing opened up. I hope you guys can hear me all right here. What's going on, Sith Apple? Good evening to you. Good to see you. Let's get this thing opened up here. What's up, Alan? All right, here we go. Let's get into this thing. I think I have it upside down. All righty. There we go. How's the mic sound, everybody? Is it okay? I just kind of threw this together really quick. Yep, I got the box upside down. Let's throw that over there. Okay, everybody, let's get a good camera angle here. I want to make sure we've got this thing given a good view. I swapped cameras tonight. Sounds good? Awesome. I swapped cameras tonight. I'm using the CAMO app, utilizing my phone as the camera for the view of the unboxing, to give us a little more clarity on the items that we're getting. Because in the past few unboxings that I've done, the focus wasn't so great. You know, it was giving me a bit of a hard time getting the games in focus, and I want you guys to be able to see the quality of the cartridges or the discs. I want you to be able to see the label artwork and things like that. So I swapped it up, and to see, you know, it took a little less quality off of the camera on me, because in all honesty, for this video, I'm not the focus. This is the focus right here of what we got going on in this box here. What's going on, Blazerhawk? Good to see you. Brooke Chen is here. All right, I'm glad to see people popping in. I know this came out of nowhere, and this is late night here over on the East Coast, but I wanted to dive into this before I lost the opportunity to do this with you guys. So here we go. Video Games Monthly. In case you are new to Matcave Gaming, this is something we do from time to time where we unbox these mystery boxes from Video Game Monthly, a service that you can sign up for online, where every month you'll get a mystery box of video games, and you get to choose the systems you want to get the games for, and then at that point it's a surprise of whatever you're going to get. And the range for the list of systems you can get starts at Atari 2600 and ends all the way at PlayStation 4. So there's a lot of opportunities in there. But the last time that we did this, we went on to the website and we edited the list a little bit so that we can keep it retro the whole way. And to be honest, it's been so long at this point, I forget what we chose. So this is going to be a big time surprise here. Star Wars Obsession, what's in the box? What's going on, dude? I love this artwork on here. All right, guys, let's do this. I want to do this the way we've done in the past, where it is a surprise for all of us. So we're going to get a nice angle here where you can't see in the box, I can't see in the box, and we're going to reach in and see what we get and find out together as a surprise. Is it chocolate? That would be amazing. Okay, here we go. Let's get a nice angle here. I want to just prop it up just a little bit so that we've got the fin there to hold it up. Oh, I think that's going to work, guys. I think that's going to work. Let me move it just a little bit because I want to have the space where we can line up the games and take a look at what we got. I think, let me angle this up just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Oh, come on, baby. There we go. Don't mind the dust on my desk. Moving stuff around and all these electronics attracts so much dust, but it gets pretty crazy. I just showed this to my daughter, and she must be in a bad mood. Uh-oh. Oh, no. All right. Here we go, guys. Let's find out what we got this month, October 2023, Mystery Box Video Games Monthly. Let's go. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see if we could find the paperwork type stuff first to see what we got going on. I feel the bubble wrap in there, and I feel... I'm not feeling the card. Oh, there's something squishy in here. All right, we're gonna find out what this squishy item is. Let's take a look, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yo, guys, it is a Video Games Monthly drink cozy. Yo, That is awesome. That is awesome. Video games, it's the same logo on both sides. Let's get that up there. Nice and oh yeah, the clarity is way much better on this camera. I love that. What a cool bonus item. I love that. See, this service is so cool with these little, and it's always something just kind of little and fun, little silly things. We've had stickers, we've had slap bracelets, we've had all kinds of fun stuff. We got a Super Mario tattoo, one of those like press-on tattoos. This is awesome. Getting a drink cozy, that's great. Wow, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to. It's not big enough for the Matcave pint glass, but this is plenty big for a nice beer. So that'll probably be featured in an upcoming stream at some point. All right, very cool. I love that. All right, I'm not feeling the card. Usually we have the card that will tell us what's going on. So you know what? We'll probably find it along. It might have fallen in somewhere in shipment. Let me pull the bubble wrap out. Maybe that'll make it easier. Ooh, the bubble wrap. Let's get the pops. Oh no. It's not popping. Alright. Let the kids do that later. What's up, Vanishing Column? Good to see you. Let's go in for our first game. We'll probably find the card along the way. The cards we're looking for, in case you are new here, it usually tells us whether or not we're getting an extra game in this box. I am signed up to receive 4 games each month, but we might have extras. Alright, let's see what the next one is. Here we go. First game in the box. This feels like an NES cartridge, everybody. We're going 8-bit. All right, let's see what it is. 3, 2, 1. Yo! The Adventures of Bayou Billy. This is a classic on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I love this game. This game's also really difficult. This character, also, the world of this game, was featured in an episode of Captain N, the Game Master, back in the day. I've never owned this game, but I remember renting this game a lot. My brother and I would play this. Man, I haven't played The Adventures of Bayou Billy in years. Look at the quality on this is really nice. Let me bring this up closer here for the label. The label is really nice. Got a little bit of a scratch here on the cartridge, but that's okay. You know, things like that are going to happen from time to time with these cartridges over the years. Inside is nice and clean. I love that the focus is working. This is so much better. I love it. That's great. Adventures of Bayou Billy. This was such a fun game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I love that. That is so cool. All right. Oh, I found cards. I found 2 cards. Okay, let's see what we got going on one of the cards. It's our standard card that tells you about the Video Games Monthly Service. You get this in every single box. And I felt a second card. Let's see what it is. Oh boy, everybody. We got a 1-up card, which means there is a bonus game in this box. So we're getting a total of 5 games, everybody. Love it. All right, here we go. Let's go in for the next game, everybody. All right, I feel... Ooh. This is either... This feels like either a Genesis cart. No. This might be an N64 cart. This is thick. Oh, I'm excited, everybody. What is this going to be? Let's find out. 3. Hold on a second. I knocked over the cozy. Shaking the stuff all around here. All right, let's get back in there. All right, I think this might be an N64 cart. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yo! Knockout Kings 2000 for the N64. This game features Muhammad Ali. There were a whole bunch of other iconic, legendary fighters in this series as well. The Knockout King series was a lot of fun. This one in particular, I never played it on the N64, but I did play it on the PlayStation. And I loved that game on the PlayStation. I am psyched to check this out on the N64. You know what it was? There was a lot of the sports games that I never really dove into on really any of the Nintendo systems. I always tended to play the sports games on the Sega Genesis. I then played them on the Dreamcast, and then I would continue playing sports games on the PlayStation. Mostly the NHL games, mostly the hockey games, occasionally some Madden. Loved the boxing games, always loved the WWF and WWE games, but I really never played them on the Nintendo systems. That includes the Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the NES. There was definitely sports games on there like Bases Loaded, and then you'd have like WrestleMania and stuff like that. I would play those, but once it got into the 16-bit era and up, it was really those other systems I was talking about. But I am excited to try out Knockout Kings 2000 on the Nintendo 64, adding to my Nintendo 64 collection, which I love. I purchased an N64 for the first time as an adult. I did not grow up with it. My friends had it. My cousin had one. I didn't grow up with it myself, so I had very limited experience with the N64, but I'm building that collection, and I am very happy to add that to it. This is awesome. I love it. Let me catch up on chat real quick before we keep going here. Vanishing Golem, I said, hello, what's going on, dude? The Sabersmith, what's going on? Yeah, I know, I love these unboxings. It's so much fun. Good to see you guys here. Good to see you. All right, we are 2 games in. We've got a beer cozy. We've got a 1-up card here. Let's see what game number 3 is going to be. All right, here we go. Game number 3. This is another NES cartridge. All right, let's see what we got, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, this month's box is awesome. Tiger Heli for the NES. Yo, these games are fantastic. Man, what a great mystery box. Tiger Heli is such a fun arcade-style game where you got basically a top-down view, and you're flying the helicopter, and you get all kinds of weaponry firing, like your machine guns off of there, and then I think you had missiles as well that you could fire. Again, a really excellent quality cartridge. The label looks beautiful. Cart is very clean, very, very clean. No real wear and tear on this. I mean, inside is perfectly spotless. I mean, this is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Tiger Heli on the N64. Was there a newer version of Tiger Heli that ended up coming out on the Sega Genesis? I feel like I played this game in 16-bit. Maybe I didn't play it on the NES. Maybe I played it on the Genesis. Either way, it's gonna be a ton of fun. Yeah, this is awesome. I love it. Cool. Okay, guys, that's 3. 3 out of 5 are out of the box. This is awesome, guys. Love it. All right, here we go. Let's get game number 4. This is a case. This is a thin case. Oh, I see it sticking out on the camera a little bit, so this is clear. This is just going to be a disc, most likely. Not its regular case, so no cover art and stuff like that. Which is what can happen. These things are going to be used items. Every once in a while, we do get brand new factory sealed games. We have seen that in past unboxings, but this is something that can happen as well. Let's take a look and see what we got with game number 4. 3, 2, 1. Yo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 for the GameCube. I didn't have any of the Tony Hawk games on the GameCube. I have them on the PlayStation. Thanks to Video Games Monthly, we did get Tony Hawk 1 and 2 for the PS1, and now we are rounding out that trilogy with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 for the GameCube. This is a nice little case that they put this in. Let's take a look at the disc itself here together. Label looks perfect. That's a darn good label right there. Let's pop it out and take a look at the other side. Oh, yeah, everybody. That's going to reflect a little bit on there, but yeah, that's a clean disc right there, guys. That's a clean disc right there. Beautiful. Excellent quality. I really like this case, actually. That's nice. That's really nice for the GameCube games right there. That is perfect. All right, let's see. Will that... Oh, boy, I'm knocking stuff over here, everybody. Let's stand them up. All right, we're going to slide that in right there behind Knockout Kings. What a set of games we got here so far. Excellent box. Excellent box so far. You're right, Sabersmith. This is great. I can't wait to see what this last game is. This is awesome. All right, guys. Here we go. Final game of the mystery box. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm knocking over Tony Hawk. It feels like another case, just like the Tony Hawk one. Do we maybe have another GameCube game here? I don't know. Let's see what we got going on. It's definitely a Nintendo-filled box here, so I'm assuming this is going to be another Nintendo game. Let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. It is another Nintendo game. Here we... What does that say on there? Oh, this is one of the Medal of Honor games. Medal of Honor European Assault for the GameCube. Now, here's another thing about the GameCube. I love the GameCube, by the way. It's one of my favorite systems of all time. But there were very few first-person shooters that I played on the GameCube. I did play Metroid Prime on there, and that was recently remastered and brought to the Nintendo Switch, which is fantastic. But I have not played any of the first-person shooter war games on the GameCube, so I'm very curious how this plays. I know the game, but I'm not familiar with what it's like to play it on the GameCube. Let's take a look at the overall quality of the disc. This one has like kind of one of those more somewhat transparent labels on it. I love that this is focusing in right away. So happy with that. But again, a nice clean label on here. This was made by EA Games. I forgot about that with the Medal of Honor games. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the back here. Very clean disc. I see a little bit of a smudge on there, but nothing too bad. That's something I'll just wipe off and it'll run perfectly fine. But I'm very curious how this plays. I've never played any of the Medal of Honor games on the GameCube. Speaking of the Medal of Honor games and the GameCube, were any of the Call of Duty games ported to the GameCube? I don't remember. Let me know, guys, if you know in chat if any of these were ported to the GameCube as far as the Call of Duty games. But man, this was... Oh, Sith Apple's saying maybe you played Tiger Heli on in arcade or PS1. Maybe it was on the PS1. You might be right. I mean, I've definitely played Tiger Heli. I just can't remember if I played the NES game. I mean, I'm sure I'll remember right away once that game is going and seeing it. If it's something I played on in 8-bit, I'm sure the memories are going to come flooding back with that. But yeah, Medal of Honor on a GameCube controller. Man, I mean, excuse me, I think it's going to be very interesting to play that game because if you guys recall the GameCube controller, which do I have one sitting right next to me here? That's a little far away. The GameCube controller, you know, you had a decent left analog stick. It was all right. It wasn't the best, but the right analog stick had replaced the yellow up, down, left, right buttons that were on the N64 controller. And the interesting thing about the GameCube controller was that that analog stick, it kind of clicked. It wasn't smooth. Even the positioning it was in, the opening it was in the controller itself, if you were to extend the stick out and rotate it, it would click the whole way around because it had kind of a hexagon shape to it. So I'm curious, how does a first-person shooter handle using the right analog stick for the camera movement, for the up, down, left, right movement that way, and aiming where you go? Unless they went with the method of full movement, including turning, with all on the left analog stick. That's very possible on that system. But that's something I think would be really fun to dive into. In fact, I'm really excited that we got some GameCube games, and here's why. I recently got an HDMI adapter and up converter device for my original Nintendo Wii, which can play GameCube games. And I have been really excited to get an adapter for that because I love the GameCube and I also love the original Wii, but I wanted a really nice way of being able to not only capture from that system, but to be able to do it in good quality. I have the converters that will take the composite video or even the component video, but there's only so far that will go. Getting an up converting device that not only brings it to HDMI, but bumps it up to 1080 makes a huge difference. And I tested it out the other day and I was really, really happy with the results. So this is actually really cool that we got some GameCube games on here. Man, a Nintendo filled box this month. This is awesome. So tell you what, guys. Tell you what. Why don't we flip that coin over for next month? Let's take Nintendo off the list. How about we go all Sega next month? That's what I'm thinking. What if we go all Sega? I'm talking Genesis, Master System, Game Gear, Dreamcast? What do you guys think? We got a full Nintendo box this month. What if we get another 4, 5, maybe even 6 games from the world of Sega? I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm going to be updating my list because every time I get these new games, I go to the website, I update the list because you keep track of the games you own. That way you don't get duplicates, unless you prefer to get duplicates, and by all means, you could certainly keep them unchecked. But I'm thinking Sega is going to be the way to go on the next box. This one is awesome. I am thrilled with this. This might be, guys, this might be the best one so far. I think so. I mean, we've had some really fun unboxings in the past, and we've had some pretty amazing games that have come out of this thing. But I'll tell you, this is an all-star lineup right here. This is an absolutely great lineup right here. I am really happy with this. The kids are asleep right now, but I know my son is going to be psyched to see these games that popped out, especially Knockout Kings. I'm really looking forward to showing him that one. I think he's going to have a lot of fun with that. Man, that's awesome, guys. I love it. Absolutely love it. Blazerhawk says, do Sega next month, and then the following month go PlayStation. I like that. That's a good idea, because we could keep that just PS1, or we could put on the list PS1, PS2, even PS3 on there. I don't think it had any of the handheld PlayStations as a choice. I gotta double check the catalog in the on the website, but if it does have Vita, for example, which I don't think it does, but if it does, I do have a PlayStation Vita, and that's a really fun handheld system as well. But yeah, we'll do Sega next month. The following month, we'll do PlayStation. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Maybe we do all N64 or something like that. Like we can make the list bounce around a little bit and really change it up every month. That's part of the fun of this service. It's a way you can really customize it to however you want it to be. It's so cool. I have been so happy with this service. I really have. I can't recommend it enough. It's so cool. And if it's something that I definitely recommend checking it out on their website. It's videogamesmonthly.com. They have multiple plans. I went with the plan that gives you 4 games per month, and then as you saw, you can get bonuses as well. I think they're very reasonably priced for the different plans that they have, and if it's something that you have the means of doing and are interested in retro gaming and building your collection, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Whether you're doing a video about it or not, just sitting down to unbox this, whether it's by yourself or with your family or with your kids or whoever, it's just fun to do this, guys. And I love that I get to do this with you guys. Blazer Hawk says you could do Game Boy another month and Wii another one. Yeah, we could like pick a month and be like all handheld because I know they got Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Gear on there. Game Boy Color games. Last month, not last month, the month before, we even got a Japanese import Pokemon game. But it was, on there because it was the Japanese import, it didn't say Pokemon. It had in Japanese Pocket Monsters, which is the original name from what I learned about that, which is awesome. And the game plays perfectly fine in the Game Boy Advance. So it was so cool. Um, oh, how about Shrek at Large on GameCube? I never played that Shrek game. I love those movies. The Shrek movies are hilarious. But I never played any of the Shrek video games. You know what is there's I mean that's something I could I've had some movie tie-in games over the years and I do have some and I know movie tie-in games get a bad rap for the most part, which is warranted because a lot of movie tie-in games are pretty bad to be honest, but every once in a while you get a gem. And sometimes those games are incredible. And hey, maybe that Shrek game is one of them. That game could be awesome as far as, I don't know. You guys tell me. But definitely something I could look into. I have very nearby to home, there is a retro gaming store, a nice independently owned store. It's not one of those chains, and the owner is fantastic. I could always give him a call, see if he's got it in stock or if he's able to get it. If he doesn't have it, but always has a great collection of games there, lots of variety to pick from. So tons of fun. I am thrilled with this box for this month. I can't wait for next month. It can't get here fast enough. These are so much fun to do, and I really appreciate everybody joining me here tonight for this late night surprise stream unboxing. Until next time, everybody, keep retro gaming alive, because one day your games will be retro too. Guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great night.